What's going on, Soul Tribe? I salute the divinity in you, and welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and bringing another little nugget to add to the Soul Tribe archive. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Jupiter in Libra in the 5th house. And look at Big Papa. This is a cool place for Jupiter to be. Now, when you talk about Big Papa, some of the things that you consider with them is that Jupiter brings about this. It really expands our worldview. I think that Jupiter can bring this sense of affirmation, the sense of faith in something bigger than yourself. Jupiter can bring about this dignity, reputation, abundance, wisdom, knowledge. I think also that just comes with Jupiter as well. And I like to think where the lesser benefic Venus, where she makes things beautiful, more attractive, make this journey more pleasurable. Jupiter, the greater benefic, has his aspect is more so, I think, to bring that sense of wonder, that life can always amaze you, that there's something more that can be experienced in this journey. Something really powerful, I think, that Jupiter has. Then, speaking of Venus, when you talk about Libra, they're ruled by Venus, and Libra is the cardinal air sign, active in nature. And I do think that there is a really creative side of Libra in not just in like an artistic type of way, but Libra does have a way with words. I think that there's a powerful law of attraction with them. I think there are one that when you see or when they sense disharmony, they are able to bring the counter thing, the thing to bring it into balance in a sense. And I'm just talking about Libra energy in general here. But yeah, I just think that there is this inspired energy, this kind of that comes with Libra being the initiator of thought. I think there's something really cool with that about Libra. And then you get into the 5th house, and this is a great place for both of this placement to be, because the 5th house is in traditional astrology was known as the house of good fortune. And so, of course, Jupiter's going to revel in that. And some of the aspects that this covers are children. This could be about pleasurable pursuits. This is the house where you're dealing with like sexuality and romance. This, of course, is your house of creativity. And in whatever that looks like for you, whether this is you're an architect or a dancer or a musician or an author, an actor, mathematician, whatever natural skill you have, that 5th house covers, that can bring good fortune and riches. So when you're working with this placement, a couple of things to think about. One, you'd have a Gemini rising by whole sign. Two, you're going to want to look to see where Venus is at, because Venus is going to be in charge of this house. And then Jupiter is going to be in charge of your 7th house and of your 10th house, which is your house of like relationships, marriage, business, contracts, and think of your career, your achievements in life, what people recognize you for. So when you're working with this, I mean, one, nurture your creative gifts, whatever that is, because I think that Jupiter could bring you good riches in that. Whether you do it as a side thing, whether you do it as a main thing, is going to be something that I think opens a lot of doors for you. I think that's something to really, really pay attention to there. Trust your ideas. Write that stuff down. And I think at first, get up, talk to the people that you trust with them. Be mindful about the relationships that you form and when you're sharing these things. But I do think that this placement can open a lot of doors for someone who follows that path. But yeah, nurture your creative gifts. I think even if you just have it as a hobby, I think that's something important to have. I think in getting out there too, when it talks about the pleasurable pursuits, I think this is not just, of course you want to enjoy life, but I think like let it be something that it does inspire you. I think with Jupiter, go to maybe like an opera, or maybe go to like a play or something like that, or even just like reading in different literature. I think can be something, if that's not something that you enjoy, like, or just like explore that. Maybe going to like an art museum, or traveling to different, like maybe. Yeah, I'm just thinking just like things that really enrich your experience in life. I think there's something there that I think continue to foster, where life becomes a muse in a sense for you. Now, children could be something that change your life. I would think maybe even just like working with kids, whether this is like, if that, I wonder if that's something they still have, like a big brother, big sister type of program, but maybe even like a mentorship, something along those lines, maybe like working with maybe your teacher, something along those lines, I think could be it'd be very beneficial, because I think that being around the kids and how active their imaginations are, I think helps keep you in touch with that inner child as well. I think that's something very important. I can see maybe if this is something that resonates with you, having kids could be something that could really change your life. And not that I would say if you have this placement, you have to have kids. But I've noticed where when I talk with people with different fifth house placements, how children have it changes the game up. They like change their life in a way where it's like, okay, now I gotta, like, I have this huge responsibility, this creation from that's a part of me in a real live and tangible way. It's now you think differently. What am I gonna leave behind? How do I nurture this thing into becoming the best version for them, so that I can set them up for success. So children can have a very big impact on you. But again, I wouldn't just advise that just for looking for a life change. Those would be mindful. But I also think too that there could be, allow yourself to be in love. I think that there's something even there too about the beauties of romance, and how, and I mean, in the initiate, when things are starting off, and when maybe that contract happens to end, I think that there can still be something where you learn a lot from those experiences, and kind of sharing in those kind of intimate moments with people. The only kind of thing I can maybe see where there might be a little trickiness, if like Jupiter has some harsh aspects. There's with the fifth house is just like overindulgence. I think that's just one thing to just kind of keep an eye on with fifth house things. But otherwise, have a have a field day. I mean, this is a really cool one, I think, for Jupiter to be, and I think that it won't just bring good fortune for you, but for all the people that you meet as well there. But if you happen to have this placement or know someone who's working with this placement, in the comment section down below, talk about how you've been working with this, or if you want me to go more in depth into this kind of really, if you have any more kind of specific questions, we can maybe do like a part 2s with these videos, or whatever that might look like, maybe do a live with them. But also down in the description box, if you want to work with some Jupiter transits, because if you have a day chart, Jupiter is going to be your benefic that you want to look out for. Not that you don't get it with the night chart; he's still going to pay out. But you more so look to Venus in a night chart, and then Jupiter in a day chart. So if you want to follow the transit, see what's going on where Big Papa's making transits, this actually would be nice where Jupiter's in Gemini right now forming a trine with your placements. Isn't that lovely? But depending on when you're watching this. But that's available for you on this channel as well, and I release the videos every Wednesday, or Mercury Day. And then also there's a link for my other channel, the Chariot and Friends, where I talk about more just specifically the moon transits, like what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void of course, just all them lunar shenanigans. So if that's something that resonates with you, we all benefit from working with the moon, and it's geared towards Cancer, but again, we all have Cancer somewhere in our chart, so definitely check that out if it resonates with you. Oh, and if you want to work with me, down in the link below, there is a link to email me, ask me about my different services, what you're looking for as far as just like your questions, and then we can find a service that's appropriate for you. So again, all that's down in the description box below. But until next time, stay mindful out there, keep raising that vibration through the roof, and I will catch you on the next one later.